Hi, this is Sherry Andrea, and if you're looking for me, you can find me at sherryspeaks.com. This is just going to be a short video. I wanted to talk about something. Things happen sometimes in the news, on social media, etc., that makes for a teachable moment. And I'm sure many of you understand where I'm coming from with that. Okay, so the whole thing with Tyrese. Now, some of you know what's going on, some of you don't. Okay, if you don't, you can always Google, Tyrese and crying to see what I'm talking about. Okay, long story short, there are some people that share a lot on social media, and there are some people that don't share anything at all, and then there are some who go a little bit in between. They share just a little bit. I personally, when it comes to what's going on with me personally, I don't share a lot. I mean, if something's going on in my life that has me really upset, the first thought that comes to mind isn't going to social media and making a video where I'm going to be all upset and crying, etc., etc. I usually feel that what's more useful is that once I work through something, I figure it out, I learn from it, that it's time better spent on a video to come to you when I can tell you the whole story and tell you what I learned from it, what understanding I gained. I feel that that would be more helpful. Okay, so Tyrese, he did his video, or a couple of videos, where he was really upset, he was crying. This has to do with a child custody case, as well as his, financial problems he was talking about. I'm not going to go into what I thought about the whole thing, but what I am going to share with you is, okay, so I think it was this morning, Sunday, that he got a surprise in the form of probably what he would consider to be a miracle. His friends, Will and Jada Smith, gave him $5 million to tide him over. His expenses are such that, yeah, $5 million is just going to tide him over and just buy him some time. Whereas like $5 million would set me up for life, and set my child up for life, and probably his child. But for him, $5 million really only buys him a little bit of time. Okay, I get that. But I guess that Will and Jada, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, asked him to stop going on social media, stop, putting his business out there, stop airing his dirty laundry out for everyone to see. That was the only thing that they asked him to do. And I think that it shows the type of friends they are, because they actually did give him good advice. Stop the madness. I mean, I know you're frustrated, you're upset, you're hurting. You're not just looking for sympathy, you're literally hurting. So we can understand that. But they asked him to basically, hey, let this be it. Stop doing the social media, I'm crying in a video thing. But what he does is he makes one last video, telling about the $5 million they gave him and how appreciative he is of it. I'm sure that he thought that he was doing a good thing, because he's thanking them publicly, and I'm sure he thought this will be appreciated by them. But let me tell you why it's a bad thing. Because no matter how good of a person you are, there are going to be some people that are just hating on you. There are going to be some people that are just jealous of you. just are disliking you for no reason. And when it comes to manifestation and the law of attraction, this is a bad thing. When it comes to alchemy and manifestation, there's a part of the manifestation process or the process techniques to precipitation that is called tell no man. So when you're working on actually manifesting something into your life, there is the tell no man step, which is silence. Keep it to yourself. Don't go and tell your neighbors that you're getting ready to manifest winning the lottery. Why? Because their thought goes against your thought. Okay, so if you're putting positive, good vibes out in the universe and expecting something in return, and now you start telling people about it, they may openly say, oh, wow, that is great. I wish you well. But in their minds, they may be thinking, he's never going to do it. He's going to waste this. Or they may secretly be jealous, which is negative energy still that's put out that goes against what you're putting out. Okay, so if you're putting out, let's say, 100 points of positive energy, and then you tell somebody about what you're doing, and their negativity puts out a negative 100, well, they cancel each other out. Don't you understand that a person's thoughts can cancel out what you're trying to attempt to do? So I thought that this was a great teachable moment, um, to a real life example to show you the reason why when you're trying to manifest something, you want to try to stay silent about what you're working on. Now, of course, you may say, okay, well, what about after I manifest it? Can I tell the whole world then? Yeah, you can. But let's hope that maybe you have a good reason. Like, and what I mean, I'll tell you what I mean is, let's say you were working on manifesting winning the lottery, and you did. And once you did, you were feeling very grateful, very thankful. Maybe it was God you credited with helping you win that lottery, with helping you manifest that. And you now want to tell the story about accomplishing it because there's a point to it. Maybe your point is you're going to use it to tell people this is why you should be, you should believe, you should trust, you should have faith because look what I did, you could do it too. So you may have a good reason for wanting to, after the fact, after you manifest something, to tell your story. That's fine. But in the meantime, you do yourself a favor and you practice tell no man. Sometimes it's hard because at the hardest times in your life where you're struggling, sometimes you want somebody to be there for you, sympathizing with you, giving you understanding. But sometimes it is just best to work things out by yourself, even though it can feel a little bit lonely. Because even if your friend isn't sitting there next to you, even if somebody's not sitting there listening to you, you have to believe you're being heard. You're being heard, somebody's listening, and you have to believe that. So feel free to tell me what you think about the silence aspect of the law of attraction and, what you think about the whole keeping it to yourself and, not sharing it, not let other people's negative vibes go against yours. Feel free, of course, to tell me what you think or to share a relatable experience that you've had. Thank you for listening. I hope you're having a great year so far. It's almost over. It's going to be 2018 before we know it. Can you believe it? Wow. Anyway, I thank you for listening. I really, really, really appreciate you. If you're looking at me. If you're looking for me, you can find me at sherryspeaks.com. Although you can like me on social media and follow me on social media, send me the friend requests and messages. To be perfectly honest, I prefer emails. I will go spans of time, without getting on social media very much. So I'm more responsive on email, and you can email me through my website if you just click, the contact me on the menu. It'll send me an email. So I hope you're having a good day, a good week, and a good year. Thank you. Namaste.